What's going on, guys? Klutch here. Once again, welcome back to Farming Sim 19. Oh yes, today we're going to be talking about arguably probably my favorite mod, to be perfectly honest. Maybe that and Seasons. This is, yeah, you know, it's a toss-up, guys. So I'm talking about Follow Me, of course. And if we look behind me, hey, we got someone following us. Oh, we cut him off. Yeah, so this mod here, guys, really, I find this mod to be probably the best mod out there as far as usefulness. I use it all the time. Been using it since Farming Sim 15, I used it in 17, and now using it in 19 finally. This is a fantastic mod to have. I'll teach you exactly how to use it, what good it's to you, and kind of some problems you may run into with it as well. Alright, well, let's get into this, guys. Pitter patter.
Klutch simulations.
Alright, so Follow Me in its simplest form is exactly what we did to get over here. It's bringing more than one vehicle over while you drive one, essentially. So you got tons of reasons why you'd want to use that in Farming Sim 19. And yeah, you know, one of the bigger ones I use it for a lot of the times actually is just dropping off multiple shipments of product to a silo. So you can see in the back here we've got two trucks. Let's set this up. So think of it this way: whenever you're driving around on the map, you're leaving breadcrumbs. You don't see them anywhere, but your truck is leaving a trail, and it's visible to everything else that's in the game essentially. So just that little movement I just did right there, you could think that I dropped some breadcrumbs back here. Now if I jump back into this truck, fire it up, I look towards that truck, it's going to notice that, or it will find the breadcrumbs that I dropped. Now, in order to activate this, all I have to do is simply hit Control, right Control, and F. And now all of a sudden, the truck notices there's some breadcrumbs there, and it's going to try and lead up to them. Easy enough. I'm back in this truck. Now, as I pull ahead, you can see it's still got the sign designation there. It's going to try and stay that 25, I don't know what it is, 25 feet, 25 meters, I have no clue. It's a distance, it's 25. So it's going to try and keep that distance. Now, that's all that it cares about. It does not care about anything else that's going on as long as it's following the breadcrumbs you left behind and it's staying that distance in behind us. Now, the truck itself is still limited to whatever its capabilities are. So if this truck accelerates, if my truck that I'm driving accelerates faster, well, it's going to get left in the dust. And also, if it happens to brake faster, that could be another problem. Now you can see we've gone more than that 25 feet. If I just slam on the brakes, that other truck's going to try and be catching up to us. What do you think is going to happen? Oh, look at that. Another problem you may run into. You can see now we're going to get past that 25 foot marker, 25 distance marker. And I decide that I want to get off and turn into this area. Now he's going to be going faster than I was. And yeah, that's going to happen. Bit of an issue. Oh, is he going to get back on his wheels? That'd be impressive. So, he is limited, of course, by the speed that he can go. And if I lose him, he's going to try and do everything he can to make up for that distance. It's out of the way. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Nope, alright. I'll throw you back on your wheels here. The other thing to make note of is that it's only for driving. This mod will not do any other functions for you, for the most part. So for instance, I cannot dump his load in here. I can drop my own in, like so. But now as soon as I pull ahead and have him come in here, he will not do the same thing. Alright. So I can stop. You can see he's just trying to pull straight ahead now. So if I stop, he's just going to keep going otherwise. I need to stop. If I physically come to the truck and take control and then dump, that's fine. Unfortunately, he will not dump on his own. So that is one of the limitations of this mod as well, guys. So most actions, and most of the actions you do out there, you will need to go out and do yourself. So now I can go back, put him as leader again, jump in that lead truck, and go to town. Now, before we move on, I should indicate that we can control the distance behind that follower truck is behind us. So if I hit my right control again, let's see here, right shift, and then use the WASD keys, I can change the distance that truck is behind me. You can see I'm changing that now. As well, if I use the left and right, so it would be the A and D keys, I can change the offset. So if I put 1.5 meter offset on it, you should now try to stay 1.5 or whatever it is off to the left, I guess it would be. Looks like it's the left. We'll just see if I can get him a little bit closer here. So in theory, I'll go 2, and I can put him right up beside me here, I think. There we go. One more. Perfect. Now let's see if I can get him to follow me all the way around. Now he should try to stay right beside me, so that's kind of useful. Alright, let's go check out some other uses for this mod. Alright, much like our previous evolution, another task I like to have follow me for is baling. Now we've got the New Holland round baler here. Oh, make sure you watch out for traffic, because if you set this up and there's traffic in the way, it doesn't care. It's going to run right into it. But before you set up some kind of a task like this, you're going to want to make sure that you have the baler set up and operational. It won't know to do that on its own. You know what? We're just going to block traffic here for a second. That's all right. Get going. All right, so now we just need to find our harvester, which is right here. Right control F. You can see now it's found the harvester. You see that little icon pop up, you know you're good to go. And then we can simply fire our harvester up. Perfect. Yeah, I know, we're going, don't worry. So now, he's going to come along behind us, and in theory, he should figure out where we were. There we go, he's figured it out. Excellent. So, and now he's just going to follow behind us. Now you can see, I've got somebody hired to work in the harvester. He's going behind, and he's simply going to take care of the baling, which is fantastic. That's perfect. Look at that. So that gets it all done in one fell swoop, and we don't have to deal with it. Now, typically, I didn't think this was true, but I thought you'd have to get into this tractor to unload this particular baler. I thought this was going to cause us issues. You can hear now that that baler is almost full. You can hear the beeping from here already. Let's just see what's going to happen here. We know when the beeping gets off, it's still got about, what, 10%? Oh, there we go. So he's already unloaded. Realizes he's full, and he keeps on going. That is great. That is a great use of round bales. Perfect. And he catches up again. Look at that. Cool. So that works out perfectly. All right, I'm going to go jump in this thing and stop him, but I'm really happy with how that worked out. I'm going to fire this thing up. The big X. Now, of course, you could just follow behind, which would work. Let me just see if I can get that set up the way I want it. There we go. However, you can also follow beside, and we'll set that up as well. So I'm going to get up in the right position here. The traffic's going to cause us a little bit of an issue. We'll see how this is going to work out. And get right in beside this guy here, like this. Now we're going to hit our Control F, which is there. And now I also want to set this as an offset. So, using my Control key off to the right, we'll go with 3. We'll see how that works out. Now, if I jump into the harvester itself, is it going to stay far enough away? That is going to be the key. Perfect. Now, if I'm not really happy with where he is, I can, of course, change that from the harvester itself with the shift key now. So I can bump that up. We'll bump him a little bit closer, a little bit further over, a little bit closer. There we go. I'm going to get him right up beside us here. There we go. Now you got to watch out, because he will run into you, and right now he is actually pushing me. He's pushing the header. So if I back this off a touch, put it back down to there, he's still pushing me, he's still trying to get ahead of me. We'll go back one more. Oop. There we go. That's close. You might be able to get away with 5. Anyways. So that's how that all works. So you might have to play with it a bit to get the right distance. But once you find it, you can just hire someone, get out of the way, and let them do their thing. Now, of course, when it comes to the corners on this particular setup, it's going to cause me some issues. As the truck's going to want to stay on this side, and I've hired a worker, so he's just going to flip around and try to go on the opposite direction again. Be a bit of a pain. I don't think it will work out that well. You're really going to want to watch out for that stuff. But other than that, very good setup. Cool. All right, guys, so we got one more thing. So we've seen kind of most of the stuff that we can do with Follow Me, but let's push this to the extreme a little bit, all right? All right, so what I want to see if we can do, I want to see if we can harvest a field, pick up the bales, or make bales, pick up the bales, cultivate, and then seed. All in one go. Interesting. So this is how this is going to work. We just have to connect each tractor like a daisy chain to each other. Let's see if this is going to work out. I have no idea if we'll be able to do this or not. This is a lot. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 before, but not to this extent, that is for sure. Alright, so need to get in front here. This one, we'll leave that there for the time being. Now, I've already set these all up so that they are all set up to be connected, I believe. So I'm going to connect this one last time to that. This one should be connected. Yeah, we got a driver in there, and you can tell because you've got a hired worker in each one. See, that's how you can. One way to quickly tell from the outside whether or not there is somebody ready to go, and that's connected to another tractor or vehicle. All right, we got traffic off. Everyone's starting to come in behind me here, starting to fall in line. I'm gonna fire this up just to get it set up, and then I'm going to go back through the line here and turn everything on. There's nothing set up quite yet, I don't believe. Yeah, everything's put away still, so there we go. This is ready to go. Now, he needs to be turned on. Fire up. Oh, unfold. I need to unfold it first. It's not letting me do that because it's still connected, so we need to do that, that, and then turn it on. Now we should be good to go. And Control F. Perfect. Now this is one of the problems here we're running into. He thinks he wants to be closer, so I need to back him off a little bit. He's not connected anymore, I don't believe. No, he's not. Yeah, so he was trying to get a little bit too close. But we'll try and fix that up. Alright, so and there, and now I want to back it off a touch. There we go, we'll go to 50, sure. And I also want it to go on the far side, so I'm going to go with 2 meters on the side. I think that should be okay. Next up, this guy here. We need to open him up. Now, I should have done them one at a time before this, but that's okay. And we'll see how that's going to work. We're going to back him up again to 40. Drop that down. Oh, it's not going to let me drop it down. So you got to make sure you have everything set up the way you want beforehand. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it. There we go. Saved it. And last of all, we'll do the same thing with this. Get our cedar put in place. Unfolded. And the other key to this is obviously making sure your implements are all the same height. Or same width, I should say. Drop that. Fire it up. And you know what? Nope, we want to keep that there. And just back them up a touch. There we go. Okay, so let's see. I think we're set up. I'm just worried about this one here. We may need to put in more of an offset on the bales, but we'll be able to tell that once we get going here. Look at that. Yeah, we need more of an offset. I'm going to set him up a little bit better. We'll go another 2 notches, I guess. We'll go right to 3. So he's set at 2 right now. We'll go right to 3. We'll go right up to 3. That should put him right on the inside of this. In theory. Perfect. All right, so it's working like we'd expected. That is perfect. Now, that being said, my plowing... Oh, but see, now we have a different issue. I didn't even think about that. So we do have this tractor that's pushed off to the side. Now my cultivator is pushed off as well. So what you're going to need to do, obviously, here is move it back to the right 2. Or 3, I should say. There we go. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. So now you know. Just make sure you keep track. If you move one off in the line, that's going to be an issue. All right, let's try this again. Looks good. Perfect. They're all starting to fall in line over there. Waiting for that last one. There he goes. Excellent. Now we could set up course play, and we could have this fully automated. No problem whatsoever. Yeah. And look at that. We got a bale already. I'm going to hire a guy to go jump and take care of that. Look at this. Fantastic. Oh, so good. Anyways, guys, that's really going to do it for this episode. This quick how to use how to use Follow Me. Hope that you found this helpful. If you did, make sure you drop a like for me. And if you're not a subscriber, guys, don't forget to subscribe. That's going to do it for me today, guys. This is Klutch. Over and out.
I think it's all angels just walk by.